Are you a foodie? Then check out our food channel, Spice My Food on YouTube. Subscribe and stay updated with our easy to make and yummy recipes.
A lot of things usually, because when I'm traveling, in a plane, or if I'm going to set, I usually have a lot of these small things that I tend to forget, or which are important. Like for instance, sometimes because as actors we put makeup so much, my eyes tend to get really dry, so I have these eye drops that I carry with me. So similarly, like a lot of these small things, I have it in different pouches in my bag, but because I haven't stepped out in 4 months, especially with a handbag, I haven't needed one, so I've just sort of dismantled my handbag and put everything in its place, so there's nothing in my handbag at the moment. I usually just step out for these little chores and I just take a sling bag with just a lip balm. That's one thing I definitely cannot live without, a lip balm. It's the moment my lips get dry and chappy, I just get so irritable and annoyed that I have it on me all the time. So lip balm, wallet and keys. I think these are my 3 essentials that I have in my sling bag at the moment. My phone wallpaper is a photo that I took this monument called Humayun's tomb in Delhi when we were shooting in Delhi for Master last November, and I've gone to visit the monument one evening, and it was a beautiful evening, and it was a picture that I clicked, so that's my wallpaper. I'm not somebody who usually has my own photos as my wallpapers, because I think that's very lame. I don't know why people do it. I don't know if people have their own pictures as their wallpaper. I remember doing this really difficult scene in Peta, which also happens to be my first Tamil film, and there was this scene where my father character dies, and I'm lashing out and I'm accusing my brothers of having killed him. So I had a lot of dialogues in the scene, and I was still learning Tamil at that point. I was very new to the language, and I remember performing the whole scene in one take, and the director loved it, everybody loved it, and Rajni sir started clapping for me, and for me, that was just so surreal and so amazing. I think it's one of my most memorable experiences in cinema so far, and in Peta, of course. I think my first day of shoot with him, the first day of shoot that I had for Master was with Vijay sir, and it was the first time I was interacting with him, and I was really nervous and a little intimidated because he is who he is, but he was really sweet and very, very approachable, very down to earth, and it went really well. But I think that I have so many memories with him, but I think off the top of my mind, that's the one that I'm thinking of right now. The funny thing is that every time I go to a set, every time I start working on a new film, every time is like the first time. That level of nervousness that I felt my first day on set, it's still there to date. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Hope I remember how to act. Like, that's a genuine fear. So when I'm talking about other actor friends, I'm like, I hope that we've still got it, like we don't lose it after 6 months of sitting at home. But it's usually nervousness, but in a good, like a good excited nervous rush. I was a really well-behaved child, actually. I have a younger brother. So I think when you automatically become the older sibling, you feel a sense of responsibility, and you feel you're made to feel like you're responsible since a young age. I was never a naughty kid. In fact, I was a very creative kid. I did a lot of things, everything from crafts to a lot of arts in school to athletics to theater. I was involved in a lot of extracurriculars. How humble he is, and also I think he's an amazing listener. He's present, he's listening to you, he's not distracted. He makes everybody feel really special, and I think that's a beautiful quality to have. So I love the idea of doing push-ups, but I hate doing it, which I think is most of us. It's just so, it's such a killing thing to do. But also off late, I haven't been able to do it because I've hurt my wrist. So I have a wrist problem. So the moment I do in one push-up, I start getting hurt here. So I've been working with my trainer, and we've been doing different kind of exercises to tone the body and trying to avoid anything that causes a lot of pressure here. But I can't do more than 10 at most. I have a very fluctuating skincare routine. I read a lot about Korean skincare. I read a lot about all these skincare fads that come and go. But I think one thing that I end up doing consistently is a lot of Ayurvedic skincare, which my mother does at home. She makes these, different face packs, say with red sandal powder, which is really good for your skin. She mixes that with a little bit of curd, homemade curd, and applies that paste to the face. And it's supposed to be great to get rid of the acne, to generally brighten up the skin, to tone the skin, so something like that. She also does this thing where she, after when we buy oranges, she takes the orange peels, and she dries it in the sun. And when it's really dried and crispy, you put it in the grinder, and you make you powder it. And she mixes that powder again with yogurt. So it's this vitamin C booster for the skin. So most of my skincare is just kitchen remedies, kitchen stuff, Ayurvedic stuff. I prefer that. I think I come from a household which prefers that to a lot of chemicals, or to a lot of expensive, pretty packaging products, which we don't know, do they actually do our skin good or not. So yeah, it's a lot of mommy remedies. Like I mentioned, I've been reading a lot, and I'm very glad I got back into that habit, courtesy of this lockdown. But something I'm reading currently is a biography on Al Pacino. He's one of the most iconic actors. I really like the work he's done, and I sort of wanted more insight into how his mind works, what his process was, his experiences on the iconic films, the iconic characters that he's done and played. I'm currently watching this really interesting series. I'm watching it on Hulu, but I think it's an HBO series. It's called Normal People, and it's sort of following a relationship graph of these two people. It's a story that's happening in Ireland. It's drama, it's a romance drama of sorts, but it's made, like the filmmaking and the cinematography, the way it's shot, the actors, everything is so brilliant. I'm almost at the verge of finishing it, but that's what I'm currently watching. It's called Normal People. My bed. I'm very lazy. So whether I'm reading, whether I'm on the phone, whether I'm watching a film, I'm always on my bed, which I'm realizing as I'm saying this out loud how unhealthy that is. I should find new spots in the house, but I love my bed. I'm afraid this quarantine hasn't been very productive for me. Like I said, I'm very lazy, so unless I have deadlines, or unless I have to get out of my house and do something, I don't end up doing it. The only hobby I would say I've picked up is playing Ludo, which is the most useless hobby. I have to admit that and agree to that. But I think that's the only hobby I've picked up. And I've watched a lot of films. I don't think that counts as a hobby. I've been brushing up on my Hindi. I've always wanted to learn Hindi better, so I've been learning that. Yeah, that's it. My favorite emoji is the cute smiley emoji. I think the one that goes like, makes the little eyes and little smiley face. I think it's a cute way to end most sentences that you're sending to people, because when you only type out the sentence, it can be on text, you don't know the tone, right? It can just come off as rude. So I tend to use a lot of smileys, but that's one of my favorites. Oh, that's a tough one. What is my favorite Tamil movie? I'm a huge Mani Ratnam fan, and I've grown up watching most of his movies, and I really like his work. In the movies that I watched recently, I really like Asuran. I really like Vetrimaran sir's work. I think he's an amazing filmmaker. And I really liked Super Deluxe. I thought that was a really interesting film, and it had such amazing performances by all the actors. I definitely can't sing. I can't. There are a lot of things that I'm confident I can do in life. Like if you ask me to perform martial arts, or ask me to do something more athletic, or something related to drama or something, I can do it. But if you ask me to sing, I definitely can't sing. I think midway I'll just start laughing at myself, and whoever's watching this will cringe. So I think I should avoid that.